Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing what if the Middle East formed an empire. Now for this to happen, all of the Middle East countries would have to unite, which is basically impossible. So we're just going to be using up this fictional stuff for that. So here they're going to be the 7th strongest country in this video, of course, just behind. Actually no, they'd probably be like 5th strongest. Only behind USA, Russia, China, and India, so yeah. The first thing we're going to be seeing the Middle East doing is declaring war on the Caucasus countries. Now, the Caucasus countries here, they're definitely countries. I'll tell you that. Now, the next thing they're going to be doing, actually, is invading the Caucasus countries, actually. Yep. Shocker. I never said that ever before. So, they start their invasion by going onto the border of Armenia, pushing a little more that way, and also going up into Azerbaijan, along the sides, and even going along the coast. They creep up and over this direction, and they keep going towards over here. They even go this area of Azerbaijan, which they've already taken the capital, and they do cause Azerbaijan to capitulate, or surrender, whatever you want to call it. Israel says capitulate, so I call it that. Ah! Same people that... No. They go push up into the south of Georgia, going along the border, and they completely encircle Armenia, causing them to surrender. And they continue going down the border of Georgia, and they reach over over here in the southern part of Georgia. And he goes up, and the army goes up and goes over here until there is a major thing on the Russian border, since there's a big dispute here, which will cause Russia to send troops into this area to back up their claims, which obviously pisses off the Middle East. And if they do get into war with Russia, I think NATO would actually back the Middle East, surprisingly. Despite it's like a kingdom, it's like a constitutional monarchy kind of thing. But Russia goes in to, have their claims, because they feel like they claim this area over here. And the Middle East isn't really happy about that, but they don't want to cause a major conflict with Russia. So they're just going to let Russia have what they want, and that'll be another war. Taking a look at the peace treaty here, the Caucasus regions will be entirely annexed by the Middle East, and Russia will take the northern part of Georgia, but the Middle East will annex most of the Caucasus regions. So now over here we see the Middle East, they want to go more for Africa. So they declared war on Libya in a plan to invade Libya, as they are not a pretty strong country here. And the forces of the Middle East will quickly push into Libya, and they will continue to push into Libya and even go down south and more into the Sahara Desert, but they will mostly go along the Libyan coast, attempting to reach Tripoli, Benghazi, a lot of different, Libyan cities. They will eventually take all the coast, which will just kill Libya. Taking the peace treaty, the Middle East will annex all of Libya, and they have a nice little empire going. The Middle East will actually let Afghanistan join the country, as they both have similar intents. But of course, this country is very large. We're going to say all the people are really, really happy, and the government's going really good, and they're getting really advanced because putting all their economies together, and they have one of the largest economies in the world. So yeah, they're thriving, I'd say, and they're pretty huge too. Probably larger than the U.S. Probably larger than the U.S. now. But The next thing they're going to be doing is actually forming an alliance, and this alliance is going to be just like any old other alliance, and it's going to include Pakistan, it's going to include Somalia, it's going to include Algeria, Tunisia, and Morocco, and yeah, that's all. But there is going to be a little bit of an anti-Middle East expansionist alliance because they're kind of pissed off at what the Middle East is doing, but that's going to be formed with India, and so what's going to be happening in this thing is India is going to be taking a small exchange of land from Pakistan, which they agreed to. They actually pay a bunch of money for it, so they're kind of happy with it. And this alliance so far is only going to be them. But then Ethiopia is going to join it. And actually they're going to get Russia in on this alliance, which kind of just basically pisses off everyone. They're like, Russia, stop interfering in Middle Eastern affairs. And so basically what they do is they start shooting the Russians. And yeah, they just start killing all the Russians in their country. They kind of committed genocide, so that's pretty bad. So, in reaction to this, they will invade Ukraine. No. They'll invade Bulgaria just to warn Russia in the Black Sea. So the Middle Easterns, I don't know, will push onto Bulgaria into their coast, and they'll push towards Sofia, pretty sure it's somewhere in the northeastern part of the country, and this part will take it out down over here, and all of Bulgaria capitulates. Taking a look at the peace treaty, the Middle East will annex all of Bulgaria, and this kind of scares like Greece and Ukraine and other area countries, but right now it's fine because so yeah. Ed, shut the fuck up. Anyways, I'm not talking to any specific person at all. I am rambling, 'cause funny. Okay, got a little awkward there. But they will declare war on Romania just to assert more dominance in the Black Sea. They will go down the border of Romania, pushing more and more upwards, which really starts to piss off the Romanians and the Ukrainians and the Russians to an extent where Ukraine and Russia join the same alliance. The Middle East solved world peace. Okay, what did I just say? Anyways, Romania, peace treaty. Taking over the peace treaty here, all Romania will be annexed, and Ukraine will join this alliance, along with Moldova joining Ukraine, and Belarus will join this alliance. And this is improving ties with the East with Ukraine, and Ukraine officially stops talking with NATO. And, well, perfect ending for Russia, yay. Not perfect ending for Middle East, because taking a look at this abomination, the Middle East has fallen to just eastern Turkey, the Caucasus, Iraq, northern Saudi Arabia, and just like other areas. Because, yeah, we have Iran, Afghanistan, Arabia, Egypt, and Turkey and Romania up here. So yes, we all see you in the next video. Goodbye.